Up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And here's an interesting thread that I think you guys will find very valuable. And it's from Mark Moss, and he's introducing the Mundell-Fleming Trilemma. And he discusses the whole idea around China trying to ban Bitcoin and crypto and why this might be the case. And he also um, ties it into why that may be coming to a country near you or your very own country. And here in this Mundell-Fleming trilemma, he says a nation can only keep two of three economic policies at the same time. One, you manage your currency. Two, you manage interest rates. And three, free capital flows with other nations. And here you see the diagram, which shows you can only pick one of these, right? One side. So if you pick A, you can only have exchange rate and free capital mobility. If you pick B, you get these options. If you pick C, you get these. Now, he says, nations must choose. They can't have the good stuff that evens out your economy, which is the fixed currency and managed interest rates, and still have free flowing capital in and out of the country. At some point, your policies will be at odds with the world, and that is now. When currency valuations and or interest rates get out of whack, then capital will either flow in so fast as to overwhelm the financial system or flow out so fast, sending the economy to a death spiral. History gives us examples. Asia in the 90s. Okay, then he goes, the Chinese want it all, but per the trilemma, they can't have it all. When they manage their currency and interest rates and keep an iron grip on capital flows, this causes friction in their economy because people and businesses will always try to maximize their wealth. If you want to hedge your risk on the Chinese yuan losing value against the USD, you're stuck. You can't move your money to USD. This causes investors to become hesitant to put money into China because they know they can get it back out. This is why the Chinese are cracking down so hard on crypto, which makes it easy for people and companies inside China to move wealth outside China. And the government cannot allow this because it reduces their economic control. It's not a coincidence China is doing this at the same time they're rolling out their digital renminbi CBDC, which is controlled by the People's Bank of China. They claim this is just like crypto, but without the risks. But of course, you can't move your digital currency outside the country, so it's locked within the country. And this is why I do believe that crypto at one point or another will be regulated. There will be laws that will usher it in along with these CBDCs. Make no mistake. And this will, like he says, will allow for them to maintain control of their currency and inflow and outflow of money. Now that you understand the Mundell-Fleming trilemma, ask yourself, could this be coming to a country near you, to your own country? The U.S. government faces the same problem. If a large number of people move to crypto, then central banks lose power over monetary policy. And this is why you're seeing this tug of war sort of taking place between the legacy institutions and this new crypto space with digital assets, and which of course is our point, separate money and state. But of course they don't want this. While I don't think we see the US government, the Fed, or the European Central Bank try to outright ban crypto as China did, they can do other things and most likely will. We're already seeing the US government start to implement restrictions and overbearing tax policies to make crypto difficult and less appealing to some. But this doesn't make crypto less appealing. In fact, it has the opposite action, as we have seen. The more people are told they can't have control over their own wealth, money, sovereignty, the more they want it. So the harder a government tries to squeeze, the more the people will push into alternative ways to store wealth like Bitcoin and crypto or precious metals. This could lead nation states to try to shut down crypto as they have easy choke points with private companies, foundations, leaders, and centralized servers running on Amazon Web Services. Bitcoin is the only network without any of those issues, and we can already see the US government focusing on all others, stablecoins and cryptos, which they know have the ability to choke off or control at the least. But you store your wealth in matters, so choose wisely. As the government gets more restrictive, you need to move sooner than later. And he has an excellent point in this thread. And I do believe, I never thought for a second that this space would remain as is and people can freely go and do as they please. I do believe that at one point or another it will be ushered in to be used um, with the digital currencies. And that's why I always talk about utility. What you invest your money in this space is important, because if your coin does not have utility, has no purpose, no function, and it's just speculation, it will be wiped out. And I think while Bitcoin was the first one, it created this whole space, and it came right after the great financial crisis. So a lot of the timing on things are very interesting. People see it as like a libertarian movement. However, like I said, I do believe the technology will be ushered in to help uh, with these digital currencies. And when that happens, you'll see the prices of it skyrocket. Now, with the new laws, I expect that to happen after laws and regulations. So, what you can do with your investment after that, I mean, we'll see, because I expect something that, if it's considered systemically important, we could see some laws and restrictions for certain digital assets, which remains to be seen, because this space is still kind of in the wild west. But I think this trilemma of the Mundell-Fleming trilemma is really interesting, and he points out some very, very key points that I thought would bring you some value, help teach you a little bit of what's happening, and it's always good to see other people's ideas. So if you want to see this thread, read it on your own, you can go ahead to my profile, my bio at Digital World Pod on Twitter. Go under the like section, and you can go ahead and find it there. I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is a good trilemma to kind of describe what's happening right now? Let me know in the comment section below. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.